In the heart of the dense forest, where the rustling leaves whispered of secrets long buried, an abandoned military outpost stood eerily silent. The air was heavy with the weight of the past, and the only sound that could be heard was the soft crunch of footsteps approaching the crumbling building. Evelyn, a seasoned investigative journalist with a penchant for delving into the unknown, stood at the edge of the clearing, her camera held tightly in her grasp. The assignment to uncover the truth behind the abandoned outpost had come to her unexpectedly, but she couldn't resist the lure of a mystery waiting to be unraveled. As she stepped cautiously into the outpost, the musty scent of decay filled her nostrils, sending a shiver down her spine. The walls were adorned with faded posters, remnants of a time long forgotten, and the floors creaked beneath her weight, protesting her intrusion. Evelyn's eyes scanned the room, searching for any clues that would shed light on the dark history of the outpost. She felt a sudden chill as she noticed a series of photographs hanging on the wall, their faces blurred and distorted, as if they were trying to hide from the truth. As she moved closer, the images began to crystallize, revealing the faces of soldiers frozen in time. Their eyes filled with a haunting emptiness that sent a shiver down Evelyn's spine. She knew then that she had stumbled upon something far more sinister than she could have ever imagined. As she continued to explore the outpost, each room revealed more of the horrors that had taken place within its walls. Blood-stained tables, broken chains, and tattered uniforms hinted at a dark and barbaric past that had been carefully concealed from the world. The silence of the outpost was suffocating, broken only by the distant sound of echoing footsteps that seemed to be drawing nearer with each passing moment. Evelyn's heart pounded in her chest as she realized that she was not alone in the abandoned outpost. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, its features obscured by the darkness that surrounded it. Evelyn's breath caught in her throat as she saw the glint of a knife in the figure's hand, its blade catching the faint light that filtered through the cracked windows. "Who are you?" Evelyn's voice trembled as she spoke, her eyes locked on the menacing figure before her. The figure remained silent, its eyes cold and unyielding, as it took a step closer to Evelyn. The air seemed to thicken with the weight of impending doom, and Evelyn knew that she was standing on the precipice of something far more dangerous than she could have ever anticipated. Without warning, the figure lunged at Evelyn, the blade of the knife gleaming with malice as it sliced through the air. Evelyn's instincts kicked in, and she dodged the attack, her heart pounding in her chest as she staggered backward, her mind racing with fear. As she tried to make her escape, the figure pursued her relentlessly, its footsteps echoing through the empty halls of the outpost. Evelyn's breath came in short gasps as she frantically searched for a way out, her mind clouded with terror. Just as she thought all hope was lost, Evelyn stumbled upon a hidden passageway that led deep into the bowels of the outpost. Without hesitation, she plunged into the darkness, her hands fumbling along the dank walls as she raced to escape her pursuer. The passageway seemed to stretch on endlessly, its twists and turns leading Evelyn deeper into the heart of the outpost. The air grew colder, and the sound of dripping water echoed ominously through the narrow corridor. At last, Evelyn emerged into a large chamber, its walls adorned with symbols that sent a shiver down her spine. A sense of dread washed over her as she realized that she had stumbled upon the heart of the outpost's darkness, and that she was now face to face with the true horror that lurked within its walls. As she turned to flee, A voice rang out in the darkness, sending a chill down her spine. "You cannot escape the echoes of war," the voice whispered, its words laced with a chilling finality that made Evelyn's blood run cold. In a panic, Evelyn raced through the chamber, her footsteps echoing through the empty space as she searched desperately for a way out. But no matter which direction she turned, she found herself trapped in a labyrinth of terror that seemed to have no end. Just when it seemed that all hope was lost, a blinding light pierced the darkness, illuminating a hidden doorway that had remained concealed from Evelyn's sight. With a surge of adrenaline, she sprinted toward the exit, her heart pounding in her chest as she pushed open the heavy door and stepped out into the light of day. As Evelyn emerged from the abandoned outpost, she realized that she had narrowly escaped a fate far worse than death. The horrors she had witnessed within its walls would haunt her for the rest of her days, a reminder of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface of the world. And though she knew that the truth behind the military outpost's dark past would never be fully revealed, she also knew that she had faced a mystery far beyond her wildest imagination, and that the echoes of war would forever ring in her ears.